Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising. Hello, you guys. Better late than never. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hey, Linda Gamble, I want to thank you for everything you do for me. Y'all know Linda Gamble. She just be working hard for everyone. Yes, you guys, bad bacon talking. No bad bacon. Do I have bad bacon? Linda Gamble says 30 likes and 38 in the chat. There go bad bacon. Okay, happy Memorial Day, you guys. Y'all know Memorial Day. It's a Black history in itself, I think. Let me look this up. I don't want to tell y'all the wrong thing, but if I can remember, Memorial Day was started by some soldiers, right? When black soldiers, after the Civil War, black soldiers was not being recognized. You guys, yeah. So I think they started it, and of course, they hijacked Memorial Day and made it to just a national holiday, which is great, y'all. That's a memorial. I'm trying to look it up so I won't tell y'all the wrong thing. Anybody know? Write it in the chat if it started by black soldiers. Do y'all know that? Can y'all put that in the chat? Well, anyway, Happy Memorials Day. Started by y'all. I can't type and talk at the same time. Y'all heard about people can't chew gum and think at the same time. I be trying to talk and type. You can't see when you get this old. You can't see the little bit of writing on this phone. Shoot. On May the 1st, 1865, thousands of newly freed black people gathered in Charleston, South Carolina, for what may have been the nation's first memorial celebration. Attended, held a parade, and put flowers on the graves of these soldiers. These black soldiers, now they was not being recognized at all. As a matter of fact, y'all, I have to do an extensive history on this to y'all. It's a shame. Our brothers and sisters, they've been fighting for this country, y'all. Just fought. Yeah. I mean, we obey rules better than all the people that make the laws. And they come back. They were soldiers. They will hang them in their uniform. They would get so jealous. And if they catch them in their uniform, they got hung when they got back. And the government wouldn't do nothing about it. But anyway, yeah, the first Memorial Day was started by blacks. It was a black event in Charleston, South Carolina, May the 1st, 1865. Yes. So it was to help liberate them from slavery. The forgotten black history of how Memorial Day started. Oh Lord! So I just want to leave that nugget with y'all today. I do. I was on the back porch and on another computer. Nothing went right for me. But y'all hung on in there with me yesterday, and oh, I'm so proud of y'all. How y'all treat me. But anyway, I'm going to redo the black history that I had yesterday because I couldn't get it to y'all. It kept freezing up on me. But yesterday or in the day, this week, I've just been so emotional because I've been down there on Lake Lanier with my daughter filming. They doing a new reality show. That's all I could tell y'all about the reality show that they're doing it. But they filming on Lake Lanier. And so my daughter allowed me to come down there with them. Y'all know, I tell y'all over and over, she was full-time with the Real Housewife of Atlanta. I think she worked there about 4 or 5 seasons behind the scene, but she gone now. She quit, and she like a floater now. So anybody that need her behind the scene, that's where she at. Well, this particular filming crew, I can't call their names. This family crew is doing a reality show, and I'm right in the middle of it, but I can't tell. I want to say it, but I can't tell it because I don't want my daughter to get fired. But anyway, it's on Lake Lanier. You guys know that Lake Lanier is one among many black towns that is submerged under the water. It seems like a whole lot of them been popping up. Lake Martin is what we're going to do today. Lake Martin is another black progressive town that is submerged underwater. Now, when they do this, we're talking about envy and jealousy today, and I'm particular doing that because Marceau got that spirit. Love and Mary Huntsville cast member got that envy and jealousy spirit going on, y'all. If y'all saw that interview, all of it came out. That interview over there with Dustin, all that man envy and jealousy that he have had over Martell and Melody all these years, you can see it. But Melody been trying to tell Martell. She been trying to tell Martell for the longest that these people is not your friends, Martell. That man talk drag, Martell. And let me tell y'all something. It is strictly jealousy. Jealousy and envy because he always wanted that life that Martell had. Y'all know from the beginning, Martell came in there and convinced his wife now. They were booming, hoax and hoax booming at the top of the game. Marceau and his wife was, might as well say, allegedly homeless. He wasn't working nowhere. She lied. Talking about she was a stay-at-home mom. This girl talking about she's a stay-at-home mom. But anyway, Marceau envy and jealousy over Mel and Martell. And then he's jealous over the millimeter too. Yeah, he wanted that life. Y'all know he didn't have that life. He still ain't got that life. He saw Marceau, he saw Martell booming it. He saw Melody, one of these type of women that know her is at the top of her game, know how to get out there, make business deal, know how to get out there and make it work, make it be successful. There he was stuck with a woman with 100 degrees and don't know how to work. Don't know how to do nothing. And he don't need it because he don't have enough intelligence. Y'all, I'm gonna move to another room because they everybody was asleep. Now they up. Soon as I go live, here come the family. They up and everybody talking. So bear with me while I'm walking. I'm walking to a private room. Anyway, so then Melody tried to tell this man, her crazy husband, these people don't like you. All they do is laugh at you behind your back. They are not your friends. We have heard her say that season after season after season. What is done but come, oh, Melody, just because you can't keep no friends. I've been friends with all these people. I keep friends for years. That's what he said. But all the time, man, he was running your spot. You came in as a co-producer with your wife. He wanted your spot to move over. It's me. It's me, according to Marceau. Y'all can tell by the way Marceau act. He was willing to push this man out of this spot, and he have. And he's still stupid. He's so stupid that he can't realize what's going on his own show. That he can't take over his own power on his own show. Quit attacking your ex. These are your enemies right here. Right here, this man said that you weak. You got a weak mind, and he knew that. Your weak mind, right? He knew that even if them Scots boys is messing around, they gonna protect that side of their family. But not this stupid man. He got Marceau. He helping him cheat, y'all. Marceau so envious. Martell tell. He wanted his lifestyle. They had to reach in and help Marceau and Tisha. Y'all know the deal. Might as well say they were homeless. Had to give them somewhere to stay. Had no car, had to give him something to drive around in. He'll go teach and run around here bragging about she got all these degrees and don't know how to make nothing work. You got all these degrees. What the hell? You can't make nothing work. Then try to convince us that this man is a great brand, a breadwinner. Yeah, I'm staying at home, Mom. I've been staying at home. I don't know how to get back in the workforce. When you lied, you lied. Your cousin said that you had to drop the children off to her because your man wouldn't babysit his own kid. That's what Kiki said, and I believe it because his statement is to you is that these your children, not his. Wait a minute, these are your kids. He just helped you make them. That he don't do nothing else with the children, not even keep them. So you can go to work to provide for the family. Yeah, he pushed this man over to the side, y'all. He throwed it. And then Montel sitting up there thinking that this is my friend because he helping me destroy my family. Yeah, he helped me. Mm-hmm. And now you see why he was able to do it because he told Dustin that he got a weak mind. He's a weak person. All right, let me see what y'all doing. Happy Memorial Day to all our soldiers and everything. The soldiers that died for this country, right? And they died for this country, honey. Happy Memorial. Oh, let me take this picture down, y'all. Happy Memorial Day to our ancestors, right? Why the picture won't go away? I'm going to try one more time. The picture just stuck up there. Anyway, I'm trying to say hi. There we go. I'm trying to say hi to each and every one of you. So, yeah, Miss Who Said What I Said. Who said that? Yeah, I like that. Who said that? Good morning, Black Titanic. Dear good morning, Cheryl Howard. Hey, Cheryl. Dear good morning, everyone. Yes, okay, great grand rising to everyone. Hello, Miss BT and everyone. Cheryl, y'all know Cheryl. Cheryl often help me co-host when Pinky is not here. Pinky don't get up early no more, y'all. Shara Howard, Patricia Ellis Robinson, good morning, love, and happy Memorial Day. Yvette Lee. Hi, Yvette Lee. Grand rising to you as well. I'm trying to get all of y'all. Barbara O. Barbara O. Hello, Barbara O. Hi. Cheryl is speaking. I don't see Emma Tentwood, but she's in the house somewhere. Cheryl speaking to her. Cheryl speaking to Nosy Rosie Graham. I don't see her. She in the house somewhere. But Graham writes it to Nosy Rosie Graham. Happy Memorial Day to you as well. Of course, y'all know Kiki. My Kiki, I got a Kiki la. I got a beautiful little Kiki. Y'all, I can't stand to watch that Diddy tape where Diddy kicking the girl on the ground. Well, I don't remember her name, but she looked just like my grandbaby called Kiki. It looks like my grandbaby laying down there on that ground. Then I be thinking, I wonder what her family members think about that man. I know this got to be traumatizing watching that man kick that child like that. But she looked just like my Kiki. That's what she looked like. That's what, when I saw this name, made me remind me of P. Diddy kicking that child on the ground, but looked just like my Kiki. Okay, empowered woman. I love that. Y'all know we are truly empowered women. That's one thing that he's jealous over, y'all. It's the millimeters. This man, all of them on that cast, so jealous over the millimeters. This is the craziest thing, y'all. And we've been begging and begging and begging to see something new, something different from them. Quit using melody as your storyline. What they come back and do? Still use it as a storyline. Talk about her millimeters. They are at the core. At the core of attacking these millimeters is jealousies and envies. You know what? They supposed to be millionaires, but look what happened. They gave some kind of fundraising. I was been with Kimmy. How much she raised? About 6 or 7 thousand. They were boasting about that. And then this is why I say empowered women. We empowered each other and raised that GoFundMe so that myself and here for the hatre can get a lawyer against this man. Now, oh yeah, y'all, I got his picture up now. Do not talk about the case. Just talk about the DUI charges. That's all I can talk about, okay? So it's okay to talk about the DUI charges and how y'all experience. Everybody have experienced some kind of way. But you look at look T Talk and what T Talk with your girl over there. Her. It's sad that she got to look at her son in a hospital like that, struggling for his life. I don't know the complete details. I don't know whether he was in a car wreck or got hit by a drunk driver. I think it's in a car wreck, y'all. But anyway, there are stories of people on here, loved ones fighting for their life in a coma, someone paralyzed because they've been hit by a drunk driver. But anyway, empowered woman, thank you for being here. That's such a wonderful name. And it goes to show what Black women can do when they bond together and empower themselves. We got Wanda off of here. We got the ratings down. We got the attention of that lawsuit. Bought the attention of On Network. Yeah. On Network. And yeah. Miss Cheryl Michael said, good morning, BT. Much love. The least you say about Maurice Jefferson Scott, the better. Let his conscience be his guide. Happy Memorial Day. That's right. It's better. The least I say, and I'm not going to say nothing that's going to incriminate me. We're going to talk about the effects of drunk driving today. That's what his picture is about. Keep it to the drunk driving. Okay, Miss Lori Bell Carter, grand rising to you. Oh, here go my Emperor Wills. There she go. Here go my nosy Rosie Graham. There she go. Denise Carson. Hey, I have nothing but love for you. Oh, wow. Love for you also. Okay, you guys, I'm going to, Queen Snyder. Queen Snyder's so quiet. I've never heard Queen Snyder. Okay, I'm trying to put her up there. That's kind of stuck. Queen Snyder said, Grand Rising at Avia. You are so right. Mad need to know. Yes, mother against drunk driving. Woo, that's serious, y'all. This needs to be sent to the Huntsville, Alabama Mad Mother Against Drug Driving Organization. Yeah, y'all. And this man supposed to be a lawyer. I don't know how that gonna affect his law degree, but this is sad, Maurice. This is sad. If you don't do nothing else, call you an Uber. You guys supposed to be millionaires. You couldn't afford no Uber. In my opinion, he got them on the show to help him mess with Mayor. From what I'll say, they were some degenerate off the street looking for handouts. You know what, Barbara? Oh, and the action shows everything that you have just said. He got them on the show to mess with Melody. He thought that these women was going to convince Melody to be like them. He even made a statement that Marceau got mad about. So yeah, he said that Tisha do everything that Marceau tell her to do. That kind of offended him. I'm glad you are highlighting responsible driving and socializing. Love you, much respect, Black Titanic. Do not get in the car and drink and drive. Good morning, Queen Black Titanic. Grand Rising. Enjoy your holiday. Stay safe and be blessed. Yeah, keep Maurice off the road. Ho, ho, yeah. Ain't nobody safe when he get in that car. This is just, I am just really disappointed. I know we had this lawsuit going between each other, but I'm just disappointed. Y'all know I got family members live in that town, little nieces and nephews. God forbid that you would have ran until one of my family members had hit them or hit anybody else's child. Okay, y'all, let me get started. Today we're talking about when y'all going past these lakes, they want us to forget about our history. Remember, when you going past those beautiful man-made lakes, your ancestors down there, all they remains, all the houses, their business, the cemeteries, school buses, school churches. I'm finna get ready to put Lake Martin through, but in Lake Martin, they say it's haunted because when you get on that lake, you be hearing the church bells. They say you need a church bell coming from under there. Okay, Clown God said when the Scots do it, it's all right. Not a big deal. But if male or a millimeter drunk drive, it's a horrible crime. Thank you for that. You know what that remind me of, Clown God? Is this melody calling the police on Martell. Well, of course, we do know this. I've said this over and over and over. I'll never forget when this man and his wife called the police on Montel. They said he violent, he threatening, he violent. A big old man like Marceau, right? He can't take care of himself or get with Montel and talk it out. So nobody have a problem with that, Clamp God. They had no problem with Marceau calling the police on Martel, but everybody on there got a problem with Melody doing it. A female that's been abused. Marceau tried to say he abusive to him. That's why he called the police. Rowena said, much love and respect for you. Linda Gamma, yes, Linda Gamma, much love and respect. Hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, hey, Cheryl, Black Titanic, if you need me as a co-host, let me know. Love you. Yeah, call her for me. Call her for if she sleep, don't worry about it, but just call her. If she don't answer, that means she still sleep. Yeah, Pinky be having problems with that shoulder. She done had that surgery for a while now. If I were her, I told her I would get another doctor because by now it should be a lot better. Seems like it's not. So anyway, you guys, I'm finna put this through it's called, I can't pronounce that town. I'm gonna let them pronounce it. It's called Coligo. Coligo is the town. Is now called Lake Martin now, y'all. Okay.
Racially segregated South. In just a half century, the hardworking black men and women turned a neglected land along Kalijah Creek into a promising industrial and farming community. Its development, however, was interrupted by the same progress they strived for. Kalijah and the entire area along the Tallapoosa River found themselves in the way of the Alabama Power Company, which in 1916 obtained the rights to build a dam on the river. When the dam was finished in 1926, life for the Kalijah community and other settlements along the river ended. Once the dam gates were closed, the river flooded the area and sent Kalijah into the depths of the newly created Lake Martin. Back in the days after the Civil War, Alabama was still a dangerous place for black people. Even though President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, many black slaves were still held in bondage in Alabama and other states of the South. A slave named John, who worked on a plantation in Kalijah Creek, had become a free man after the war ended. Free, but all alone, John decided to build his life from scratch. He took the surname of his master, James Benson, and went to look for his lost sister. During the age of slavery, it was a common thing to separate family members. John's sister was separated from him when they were still children, and was sold to a landlord in Florida. John undertook a risky endeavor, wandering the lands of Florida, but was finally rejoined with his sister. Together, the two of them returned to Alabama, where John found a job in Cahaba Field coal mines in Shelby County. Mining coal was a difficult job, even for the work-hardened man John was. He was paid only 60 cents per ton mined, but managed to save $100 by 1880. It was quite a large amount of money for anyone at the time, let alone a former slave. The money was the initial capital that John Benson used to buy land along Colaja Creek. Good crops and the favorable price of cotton allowed John to grow his wealth. Finally, after a decade of hard work, he had enough money to buy 160 acres of his former master James Benson's land, the land that was part of the very same plantation where he used to work as a slave. John was anything but an idle man. He worked day and night on his cotton farm. Unlike the old times when he worked for food and shelter, now his hard work paid off. By 1898, John Benson accumulated substantial wealth. He had over 3,000 acres of land, a brickyard, a sawmill, a grist mill, and a cotton gin with a compressing mill. Along with 40 other families, both black and white, he planted corn, cotton, and sugarcane. 1,000 acres of his land, covered with pine, oak, and hickory, provided abundant resources for the sawmill. Once an enslaved man, John Benson was now a wealthy landowner. His most significant wealth, however, was the community of farmers he created. Each of them had a job and a house of his own. There was even a tiny cabin schoolhouse where kids were provided basic education. It was something most black people in the South could only dream of. The community John Benson created was just an indication of what Colaja was about to become. John's son, William Benson, inherited his father's vision of creating a prosperous black community and took it to a higher level. William was one of 3 children John and his wife Julia had. John insisted all his children were provided a proper college education. William started his education at Fisk University and finished it in 1895 at Howard College in Washington with a Bachelor of Arts degree. Even though people expected the young man to stay up north and build his career in a more emancipated environment, William decided to return home. The desire to improve the community his father started to create was stronger than anything else. In 1895, when William returned home, eager to build up his community, Alabama was still far from an emancipated society. However, the period between the Civil War and the turn of the 20th century was marked by some progress in relations between blacks and whites in the South. One could have even seen both sitting together in a restaurant or a theater. On the other side, in 1895, at least 8 black men and women were lynched in Alabama. For this reason, William's ideas were even more important for improving the conditions of life for the black people in the South. Being a man of education himself, William knew that the only way to reach prosperity was through education and started collecting the funds to build a school. William's father, John, recognized his son's ideas and helped him by donating 10 acres of land for the school campus and lumber for the school building. The Colaja Academic and Industrial Institute was finished. William managed to gather some prominent names in the school board, including Clinton Joseph Calloway, the school's first director, and Booker T. Washington, founder of Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute for Negroes. The peculiarity of the school was that its goal was not to produce highly educated students. Instead, William intended to train the students for life and work in their home community, and prepare those ambitious to gain additional education in more developed educational centers. He thought that skilled and educated workers were necessary to build up the economy, which would spur the community's overall progress. To achieve this goal, in 1900, William Benson organized the Dixie Industrial Company, an enterprise where students could put their training into practical use. Such a company was planned to take the Colaja farming community to a new, higher level, transforming the natural resources into finished goods for sale. In the same way, he established the Colaja Academic and Industrial Institute. William did a marvelous job setting up an industrial center for the village. Dixie Industrial Company comprised one of the most modern sawmills in the South, the largest turpentine distillery in the region, and a cotton ginnery. The company's farming business spread over 10,000 acres of land and employed 300 people, of which 30 were whites. Black and white families of the Colaja community lived and worked in relative harmony. William's ideal was to secure a job for all of them, including children in the school. His plans went far beyond this, as he wanted to attract black people from other villages to come to Colaja. In 1898, he declared an intention to spend more of his own money to build a new community for poor black families. He hired William Gray Purcell for the job, at the time a student of architecture, and got the sketches for the dwellings and the town center done. Unfortunately, the project was abruptly abandoned when an angry white mob, jealous of Benson's wealth, lynched a black man and stormed William's house. The setbacks were many, as most white folks were unwilling to see the Kalijah black community thrive. William Benson, however, never backed away. He never lost hope for a better tomorrow, not even when Kalijah Academic and Industrial Institute was burned to the ground. Instead, he started it all over, gathered contributions, and ultimately built a new school campus. There was no end to William's plans and will to develop his small community. One of the things that they still lacked in the first decade of the 20th century was proper communication infrastructure. Kalijah was connected to nearby towns with curvy, often muddy mountain roads. It affected not only the transport of people, but of goods as well. The solution was to build a railroad. William got to work and convinced several English and Canadian firms to finance the...
So you got this family owned this railroad. They built this railroad. They owned this railroad, you guys. And people from all over the United States did business with this black family. But, there were some that got jealous and envious. And what did they do? Destroyed this community and buried them under the water, entire community.
Railroad that would connect Kalijah with Alexander City. In 1914, the first black-owned railroad in the United States was opened. 16 miles of railroad connecting Kalijah to the Alabama Railway Network allowed Dixie Industrial Company to transport lumber and other goods to large trading centers and seaports. The railroad proved itself a great success as Dixie Company began exporting goods to Europe, with Germany being a major customer. That same year, the downfall of...
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? They were so wealthy to Germany. Europe started doing business with this black family.
The Kalijah community began. When the war started in Europe, the Atlantic port was closed, and the Dixie Company lost an important market. In the following year, due to financial problems, William Benson lost control of both the Kalijah Academic and Industrial Institute and the Dixie Industrial Company to the Board of Trustees. His already aggravated health worsened, and in October 1915, William Benson died. He was buried on the campus of the Kalijah Institute, the place he invested his whole life into. In 1916, the Alabama Power Company obtained the right to build a dam on the Tallapoosa River and sealed the destiny of the Kalijah community. When 10 years later, the water began to fill the creek and form Lake Martin, Kalijah Industrial and Academic Institute closed its doors. The community of thriving black people ceased to exist. Almost a century later, thousands of people passed the Kalijah Bridge on Lake Martin, unaware that beneath them, the remains of the picturesque village, a community of black people who strive to build themselves a life worthy of man.
And I tell y'all that all the time, when y'all pass these man-made lakes, that's what's under there. Your ancestors, the school buses, the school, the church, cemeteries, everything, houses, business, everything submerged under that water, all because of their jealousies. Sunken history of Lake Martin, the forgotten community of Colorado. This is by Intrigued Minds, you guys. Yeah, that's sad, you guys, but goes to show you how intelligent our people were. Well, they said they weren't able to write or read, but they most certainly was able to write or read. I hate to hear my people say that, to repeat that. They were able to write and read. It's just that they spoke a different language. If you would have took them clear people out of their culture and put them into your culture, and put them into they couldn't speak English neither, but they will say that they can't speak that language. They never say they can't read and write. So quit saying that your ancestors couldn't read and write. They were always able to read and write. They were under a different language, which was called English, and that was not the language that they spoke. But that slave, Mr. Williams, And his son was very, very, very intelligent. I don't know if y'all got to the part about where people from Europe started trading with them. So we're talking about jealousy and envy today. When we talk about jealousy and envy, we can look at a whole lot of those clear people now and back in the day where they tried their best to just keep blacks down. They tried their best to present to the world that we were so ignorant, right? That we were lazy, but we were doing everything. Not only building, you guys, a lot of them think that when I look at a lot of these arguments with some of these clear people, they said we needed them to do the designing. No, we designed. We did the whole architect of everything. Any house we built, even that White House up there. We designed it. We were the architect. No, they don't do nothing. We were the muscles and the designers, everything. Anyway, you guys, today we're talking about envy and jealousy. Y'all can see how these clear people were so jealous over Mr. Benson and his son today. Just went and destroyed the whole community because he were doing so well. And then not only that, he believed in education. He built schools and sent his son to school. Then the son came back and increased that company that they had. The son came back and built a whole new railroad. That son had went to college. Oh, he took it to another level when he graduated. And the black-owned railroad. A lot of people don't know that. And y'all know we had our own buses back in the day too. It was called Safeway. They didn't have to integrate. We had our own bus. Yeah, we had our own buses called Safeway. But when you talk about jealousy and envy, we're talking about the clusters of feelings. If y'all look at I'm getting ready to do it's not Love and Marriage Hunt, so I'm getting ready to show Marceau Scott. Marceau Scott was so jealous over Martell. Martell didn't realize it. He want him out the way so he can be the star of the show. He wants to come on as this big builder. But who was the big builder? Hoax and Hoax was the big builder. I took a little clip from Pinky this morning because it seemed like we was on the same live frame about building. So I added a little of her clip on there at the end of it where she shows where Marceau is just standing up there again, doing the same thing again, standing up there posing, talking about he building now residential houses. Now, he said that this will be the first residential house he built. He lying. We know that when they came on the scene, y'all, what was they building? Bedrocks. Bedrocks. They were building their home. What is that, 4 or 5 years ago, and it's still the same. Why would this where he talking about how intelligent he is? Why you don't finish building bedrock instead of starting on another project? Well, he claimed he was building that, but Pinky showed that he was just standing up there. I'm gonna show y'all. Took that clip because Pinky showed how this man just standing up there telling us he building. Everybody else building. You look at everybody else, and they were ignoring him too, y'all. Them people that want to be bothered with him, they ignored the hell out of him on that site. Okay, Jesse J. Hey, babe, hadn't seen you in a while. Happy Memorial Day to you. Who said that? Yes. Okay, you guys. So just think about it. Y'all don't never. That's the only problem I have. Y'all never give me feedback on Black history. Y'all don't know how disappointing that feels when I'm sitting up here. I do the Black history. I don't get no feedback. It's like y'all just sit there like, oh, well. But anyway, okay, I'm just going to go ahead on with Love and Marriage Huntsville. I would like a lot of feedback when I do Black history. It's just to open up the gateway to talk because we're not going to get it in school. Y'all don't know what young people might be watching this show, watching this, and you guys could say something that can encourage other young people when it comes to Black history. All right. Well, since y'all don't have anything to say about piggyback on the Black history, let me go ahead on to this. This is not love and marriage, Huntsville. I don't know what the hell we could call this. Everything we do, it don't be love and marriage, Huntsville. It be stuff that's going on the street. I think Carlo just done abandoned this show. Where is y'all producer? Here you go. This the streets are talking. We're gonna talk. Y'all can talk about the effects of the DUI, y'all, but don't talk about my case. Okay, here we go. Maurice, Uncle Fester has bonded out of jail. Now, y'all know this is the last and only time I will talk about this man because this man got me caught up in court because he said I won't apologize to him for those criminal records that was exposed that he say is not him. He says he don't never know much as a traffic ticket been in jail. He don't have a mug shot. Well, here it is. Drunk driving. I can't think of using this car as a weapon. Weapon. Do you know how serious this is to be on that road like that? You know, you lucky, Uncle Fester, that they picked you up off the street and you hadn't hurt nobody. So a lot of y'all saw that hold on him. Most of the time in Huntsville, what they do is they'll hold you, put you in that drunk tank. You ain't going nowhere till after them hours is up and they sure that you done sobered up. He must have been all over that road to have a state trooper to stop him all over the road, jeopardizing women's, children, old people, young people, just people in general lives. This man right here is supposed to be a lawyer. He claimed, yeah, this is what he said. Let me read to y'all what he said on the next slide. But anyway, Uncle Festus has been released from jail, and my so real feelings came out about Martell. He got so much disdain in his heart for Martell. Yes, and then he makes fun of Martell. People say, well, would you get him? Would you give him a chance? Would you hire him?" He said, "No, he don't hire people without builder license." Making fun of Martell Holt. He dragged Martell Holt, and he dragged the millimeter. Stay tuned. It's coming up. Uncle Buster has bonded out of jail. The drunk lawyer. This is his address to the blogger, you guys. Maurice say, it's unfortunately that I have to make this post, but it's as necessary. He's sitting over there like he the king, y'all. These content creators have a responsibility to make sure that they don't run afoul of the law when they post about people. So when you were on that street, on the road, you were running afoul of the law, being drunk, putting other people in the community lives at stake. There's a line where free speech stops and defamation starts. Now, they say that the defense against defamation is the truth. And the truth is, this is your mugshot. This is Maurice. You said make sure Jefferson's in the middle. Maurice Jefferson Scott. Will he come forth and say it's not him? Ho! All of them on this show got a habit of telling us that's not me when it comes to their criminal record. But there's a line where free speech stops and defamation starts. And a good blogger knows the difference. They should also know how to use a buzzword like allegedly and, in my opinion, work as well, because it can create unnecessary confusion and danger for their subject. You don't have to like me, but it's unwise to run afoul of the law. Look who's talking. Look who's talking. I'm gonna start running afoul of the law. Look who's talking. Yes. How you on the street
with so many choices on
running afoul of the law? What's wrong with you, man? Let me keep it going, y'all. This is. I'm just gonna let this skip.
Booking.com. There are so many Tina Feys I could be. So I hired body doubles. 30,000 followers, Tina, in a boutique hotel for 30,000 when they post about.
Okay, so this coming from what's happening. So, all right. So then he said, "You don't have to like me, but it's unwild to run afoul of the law while doing so. Correct it, or a fool and their money will soon part." Well, yeah, you was a fool to get behind that wheel. You also was a fool not to call a Uber. And then look like you got lipstick all over your mouth. Ooh, Maurice Jefferson Sr., Esquire. Yeah, that's how. Well, I'm just curious, why wasn't it on that document? So let's just see if I can speed it on up to now where he's talking about himself. All right, let's see what we're gonna say.
Okay, and there's an issue that sometimes if we don't see it on reality television, then it's not real. However, I'm an active practicing lawyer, so I'm not going to play about my law license. That's another thing that I'm very proud of. Took me a lot of hard work. Graduated valedictorian in my class and passed the bar first time with flying colors. So not only am I an active practicing lawyer, I have multiple cases. And it's not just in Alabama. I have cases that are co-counseled in other jurisdictions. Graduated valedictorian in my class and passed the bar first time with flying colors. So not only am I an active practicing lawyer, I have multiple cases. And it's not just in Alabama. I have cases that are co-counseled in other jurisdictions. That's states as well, okay? So just want to make sure that you guys understand I'm going to protect both of those. So this is one of the things that I want to encourage like bloggers to do. Do a little better research before you attach someone's name to a criminal history. It's very important that you do your homework. It's actually reckless and dangerous if you don't. Some of the allegations were extremely, extremely dangerous.
Well, you know what? Oh, this one was happening, y'all. Shout out to that beautiful lady. Anyway, I just want to say this to you, Maurice. You got a lot of nerve talking about how you uphold your law license, how you a man of high character and morals, and how the bloggers don't do their diligent research. Well, on this one, Huntsville Police Department or whoever picked you up, the sheriff department, they did their research and they found out that you was a drunk lawyer. So they had to take you to jail. Yes, Maurice Scott, Uncle Festus. He had to demand apology. Apology, y'all. This drunk man running around here in the road, in the street drunk, putting other people's lives in danger. You drunkard, you.
Attaching my person to that criminal enterprise puts not just me at danger, because there may be other people that were involved that think that now I'm that target. So it's not just me that you might put in danger. You might also put my family in danger. So this is something that's very, very serious to me. Even further, I normally don't get on social media and go back and forth with bloggers or try to correct narratives or whatever. But sometimes when, we can't separate reality from reality television and lines that get crossed, then I'll actually step in and address this. So in closing, I'm very, very proud of my reputation. And I spoke to Carlos King earlier today, and you know what?
So your reputation around this internet is that you're drunk. Are you proud of that? And so much to it's been documented with the state. So much was it's been documented that you are a drunk. They had to pick you up off the road drunk. DUI, allegedly. Yeah, that's what they had to do with you.
Carlos said, maybe before you just actively just sue them, how about you give them an opportunity to retract their statement? And I'm going to go even one further, right? Because that's actually a good idea. Being in this business for as long as Carlos has been in the business, he's seen all kinds of, stories and narratives and everything else. But I'm going to go one further and give you an opportunity to retract. And I want a public apology for those two situations. Anyone that's speaking negatively about those two situations, I'll give you 10 days. Take the stuff down, and I want a public apology behind it because it's false information, and you could have done a much better job. And it was called into question many a times on your own post.
Okay, you guys, it's enough of Mr. Drunkard, Uncle Fester. How these people give people advice? They run around here with expos, being on panelists, trying to give people advice when they fake, man. This is probably the first time he got caught. And then if you look at Monso, all while he over there with Dustin, he over there just drinking. Yeah, they love to get drunk, allegedly. Pose like as if he's working, allegedly. But Monso, we tired of this. Over and over and over, season after season after season, you posing, trying to run a game on the public. Tell it to yourself. Do it for yourself. Try to make generational wealth for yourself. We don't care. We already know that you are a fraud, that you can't build. That's why Zen Garden got you up there for millions of dollars. You cannot build. You don't know how to build. Just tell the truth. Allegedly. All right, I'm going to just let y'all listen at Pinky going to lay it out for y'all.
Who would build a house with not one front window? And then those white steps that you just put slap some paint on it, them old steps that don't even match that door. Man, what kind of house are you going to stick with? Is it going to be, it just don't matter, okay? You did a poor job for you to be a contractor and everything. Where did you get the money from? You did a very poor job. And Tisha, she have no other choice. The house don't even look like a home. Look like you're sitting in the break room at an office. Is that the break room? Yeah. That tiny room with that white couch on that y'all rented, that wasn't even leather. That was a pleather couch, plastic couch with those little fake trees over in the corner.
Y'all don't see this slab.
So look at how they're dressed, that Bill. He had his shoes on. He got his work equipment on. These are the people that are really building, right? My soul is just keeps saying it's being dope. He's not describing any type of builder language to the public because he don't know. But anyway, I'm just looking at this man, how he's dressed. He's dressed with all his equipment on his side. He got his shoes on. You can see that his pants is just sparked with work debris all over him. And so let's keep it going. Okay, look at this person. This may be a female. Look at that hat with the ponytail behind it. That's a female, y'all. See that hat? She got a ponytail. I can see the little breast. She got her work equipment and work shoes on. Over there in the corner, let's look at him. He's over there working. These people are working, and they're ignoring this man. He's in their way. They're ignoring him. Where is my soul at, y'all? Where is he? Why is
I might get out of here, but look, I'm gonna do another line.
You see where he at? He filming. Dude, that's what you do. Run around and see what job people are doing the construction site. And then you go and film and tell us this you building. Okay, so let him talk, y'all.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna show you what we are.
I see that slab.
So if all this hatred this man got towards Martell is coming out. His real feeling has came out about Martell, and Melody has been trying to tell this man over and over and over. She's been trying to tell, these are not your friends. All they do is laugh at you behind your back. Now, Marceau just confirmed how he really feel about Martell.
Yeah, it's interesting. Relationships on this show and just kind of some of the choices and decision making that we see, it sparks a lot of conversation. And we saw that you and your brother Maurice had went to kind of have an intervention style conversation with Martell in the investment property that he built. Martell has done a lot of things in his tenure on the show that are conversation worthy. But I think this was one of the first times that we just saw a straight up like, yo, we got to go talk to Martell. What's going on? What was it about this most recent situation regarding his arrest that kind of made you and your brother say, look, we got to go check in on him and just like help him to see, what this looks like from our POV?
Well, you know what? And that also goes back to Martell talking about kind of me and female tendencies, because this is exactly how Martell's fighting. The Martell is fighting a female with recordings and tell-alls and accusations and trying to take her kids and revenge porn and things like that.
Well, you know what? He's such a double standard. Y'all remember when he told Courtney he shade Stormy business? Tell us some you in a business that patronized women, and there he is now. And here he go again now. Once again, the same old thing. He gets mad because people say he got feminine energy. This is what he pissed off about. Yeah, you got feminine energy. That's why Dustin called you a Karen on the show.
And to me is that no matter how I see, this is my unbiased opinion.
Right.
That Mel and I haven't had the best relationship.
Right.
In the past. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And there's to me, there's nothing. Well, I imagine there's something, but the lowest of the lows is taking your then wife in the most intimate moment that you can have, the most vulnerable and sharing moment that you can have, and her trusting and giving you that, that tape or whatever.
Yeah.
And you kind of weaponize that, and I can't think of something lower at that point right there. And you're never going to win. And even someone that thinks like that, at that point right there, I lost respect. I lost respect at that point. And so now my thing is there's some things that people do that you can understand and you can cope with, but there's a level that people decide that they want to go to that I can't get down with that.
Yeah.
I can't get down with that, because anybody that would do that in that moment that means that anything I've ever had that I could ever use against you, I'll use in your most vulnerable state if you push me to that. And I got some people, me and my brother got in the fights all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We don't hit in the face.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a line. You got to have a line. And the line is nothing to do with them. The line is about who you are as a man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so my thing was with him, I think that I tried to tell him, and I tried to tell him over and over and over before when I wanted him to understand and get it. But at this point right now, life will teach you.
Yeah.
Life will teach you. Life will teach you. Life will teach you that there actually is a place in society for people who want to send pornographic pictures of their ex-wives out. There's a place for those people.
Yeah.
There's a place that you can actually sit down and think about those decisions.
What's that place,
there's time for you to think about this stuff. There's a reflection place. Right? There's a reflection place. And when you go to those places, yeah, it's a little think tank.
Yeah.
There's a place. Maybe I didn't get through to you. Maybe you need your thoughts in this little comfortable concrete place.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of stuff figures it out. Because you can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that you spoke to a really important piece when you said that at the end of the day, you know, right is right and wrong is wrong. So being principled kind of usurps a personal bias or a personal, you know, disagreement that you may have had with someone else. And I think that speaks volumes to a person's character. And in the case where people do kind of throw a lot of rocks at you and your wife's marriage and your personal character, I think scenes like that where you are, you know, standing on the right side of a situation or, you know, being principled, I think that kind of adds that levity and that balance to some of that talk and shows your true character. Do you think there's an opportunity or anything that Martell could do at this point, right? Obviously, he can't undo some of the things that he's done, but is there a way for him to pivot and maybe make different choices that could show him in a different light at this point? What do you think?
Martell has to be consistent. The only thing that humans, the only thing that's worth respect in this world is consistency.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Even if you do it and you hit an amazing shot, they're going to say it's luck. After you hit them 5 in a row, they say, put somebody on that, man. He can hit it from there. Ask Steph Curry. So at the end of the day, you have to be consistent in your approach. Martell has to change the identity of who he wants to be as a man. And his standard that he doesn't go down. When they go lower, I go lower. Okay. Guess what? That's what when they go lower, when they go low and you go lower, that all that means is you're a follower.
Yeah.
Without the standards. That's not a brag.
Yeah.
That's not a brag. For me to get on some people's level, I gotta bend my back. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You gotta have some standards. Yeah. I'm not getting down there with you like that. You can get down there after you get swallowed in the mud, get back up. I'm not gonna be on that level. When they go around and say all this kind of stuff about, you think that, hey, here's the funniest stuff. We actually know with receipts and facts, know so much stuff about everybody else. What you never will hear is me going out there and outing someone that's going out there and doing a tell-all and snitching and gossiping and whatever like that. You know why? That's not my character.
Yeah.
It's about the character for me. I'd rather defend myself than accuse someone else.
Yeah.
Because I'm concerned with them. And so I think that with Martell, I think the challenge that he has is that he's going to lose the thing that and what I was trying to get him to understand, and he's not going to understand, this is the guy that's not going to understand until it actually happens. When he throws that glass against the wall and then he tries to put it back together, the bottom line is he's going to lose the respect of his children talking about their mama.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what we call irreparable damage. Man, you're right. I think it's interesting that you've been able to maintain kind of like your own identity on the show, even when like your wife, Letitia, has had conflicts with certain other cast members on the show. You've been able to maintain your own identity and like these relationships on your own within respect, right? And so we see these sit down scenes, these one-on-ones that you and Melody have during the season. We saw one is coming up where you guys literally talk through whatever is going on and it's sprinkled with humor and and a little bit of back and forth, but in a light way that is definitely palatable for the audience. How are you all able to do that, and how does that impact your relationships with the other cast members, per se, in the case of Stormy, right? We know that Stormy and
Moving on up, I'm not interested.
level of wits that, quite frankly, you're gonna have to play my game. Only person that doesn't play my game is Wanda. Because she's gonna get her stuff in. But I'm just gonna make you. I'm gonna make you fight me on this level. I'm gonna make you fight me with wit. You're gonna come to my territory. You're not gonna get the reaction that you want.
Well, the hatred for Martell is real. He's a weak man with a weak mind, says my soul.
No question, right? Martell is often mentioned like that. He was pushed to make the decision to make the threat allegedly that he sent via text message to Melody. He keeps saying that, when somebody's poking you, but we haven't yet gotten a clear, defined occurrence from him, right? We haven't gotten, well, Melody did this or said this or did this, and this influenced my choices. What can you tell us that you've seen that may have influenced some of his choices, as bad as they were, obviously? Have you missed something, or is what are we missing here, Marcel?
I will say this. Okay? Yeah. I will say that if someone can poke you and make you do what they want you to do, then they're stronger than you are. So all you're confessing to is being a weak-minded person. Okay, that's number one. So you can't allow someone poking you to cause you to act, because at that point right now you're being controlled, and they have the stronger mind in that situation. So number one, once you give up responsibility for your actions, then you're out of control. Yeah. So you cannot blame your actions on other people. That's number one. But the second part of it is, yes, we know that. We know for a fact that, we know for a fact that Mel has activated her flock, her following, her deplorables, to act. She's done that. I've said it 1,000 times, and this is the case. Mel and Martell struck one little match, and they threw it into a forest of trees. That match turned into a blazing fire. They walked away and haven't thrown a match in a while, but their hands are not clean from not throwing the match. They threw the match, and so now the malometers, they're just they just got their agency of deplorability, and they're just trying to attack everybody and anybody.
Really,
get happy with themselves. But at the end of the day, they started it, but Martell, to a certain extent, he's acting like he doesn't care what people think. He cares everything about what people think. He doesn't watch the show, but he catches the highlights. He knows everything that's going on in the show. So those things are not true. The truth is that he cares too much about what other people think, and he's trying to control that narrative by getting his story out. He's not doing this to get his kids, because you wouldn't do this to get your kids.
Yeah.
Save today during BrandsMart USA's Memorial Day sale. Plus, today only pay 0 interest for 36 months.
As we've seen with
the society.
Yeah, as a whole.
For 23 hours a day.
Yeah, and clearly there has to be some sort of different approach made there when it comes to something, because what we've seen are attacks, right? We haven't seen any sort of bridge being built or any sort of attempt even to have harmony. We've seen the attacks, and we've seen the result of those attacks. And so it just makes it kind of difficult when it comes to understanding his POV and his decision making in those cases. So what is it that you can say, though, after spending 6 seasons on the show and having a relationship with what the fans have to say? What do you have to offer, right, to the viewers to kind of maybe shift their focus, and maybe even some of them allow Melody's fans who have not been maybe the most welcoming, right, to other stories on the show? What do you have to say to them to kind of encourage them maybe to look at things differently, or is there anything you can offer the audience as we go through this season?
Well, I don't think you can encourage the Melodies, because I don't think that they have the intelligence
that I can't speak to them in a language that they can understand, right? And so whether they're too smart or I'm too stupid, I'm not smart enough to communicate well with them. Okay, because I think that there's a comprehension gap between reality and what's seen on a television show on Saturday night. I had someone, I'm building a house around the corner, and I had someone make a comment that said, you can tell he's lying because we didn't see it on the show. Yeah. And that made me understand them better. It makes me understand their life. So, no, but what I would say for fans is the same thing that I would say to anybody else. I would say, walk this situation through in your real life and see how that really adds up. How does this add up in reality? You know, we're at an 8 right now. We have to ask ourselves, what is it really and what's really going on, right? Yeah. And so when you say, hey, this person's lying about this right here, say, well, is what they say, can you prove what they say? Right? Yeah. You know, so I think that the fans need to allow television to be television, understand that they see an edited version of what is probably true.
Okay, y'all, I think that's it. And the man has spoke his wisdom. He has showed his wisdom. Pinky.
Good morning, Grand Rising.
Yeah, this man showed his wisdom, kind of give us some advice. What you think about that interview?
I think that interview was a bunch of crap. And I hope that it don't say, to me, I think that man don't believe content creator don't believe anything he's saying. He was putting his foot all in his mouth, and he was lying like he's building something just around the corner, around the block for him. He's not building anything. He's lying, and he thinks that we're gonna believe those lies. That we should just think, this is television. And he's trying to show us real life, but he's lying. You can't keep lying to us and thinking because we're millimeters, we're not educated enough and we're not smart enough. That don't fly. That don't fly. He used a lot of words to make a circle to come back around where it don't make any sense, and he used those words to make himself seem like he's smart and intelligent. He's right. He can't communicate with us because we're not going to sit there and listen to his lies. And I already debunked his lies about that slab that they're working on trying to build because that's not his. He didn't have the intelligence to even talk about building that home. He did a standby. If you all noticed, if those was his workers, I haven't been around someone that's built homes, and I haven't been in that position where the person is building their homes working for me. So when I walk out there, well, they don't work for me. They work for my husband. Well, when I walk out there, even my kids walk out there, those workers stop what they're doing and greet you with, they greet you in everything. And they're always keeping an eye on you because because you're the boss in charge. They want to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to, that they're doing what they're supposed to do. And those people wasn't paying him no attention. They ghosted him, and they knew he was just there for TV. Don't let him fool y'all guys. He have no knowledge of what he's doing.
Pinky, I looked at that video real good that you had, and those people all had on equipment, all kinds of equipment that they're working with tied around their waist. Yes. They had on construction shoes, they had on construction clothes, construction hat, and you actually saw them building. Now, I would ask you something. This Maso in the red, where's Maso at? Is that him in the red standing at the end, or them blue jeans standing at the end?
No, that's not Maso. That's a worker there.
Okay, well, it was even a female out there. She had a ponytail out there, and she had all that equipment on it. But you're right. They ignored that man. That man came up on these people's site allegedly and started filming as if this is his work that he's doing. Now, when I looked at Fred Ackland work, right? You can see Fred Ackland out there. That man, saw Fred Ackland from the beginning to where he showed Martell how to dig in the ground. That man was out there working. We never see my soul working on nothing. And then he lied and said that this is first residential house he trying to build. No, Rock Manor. Y'all came on the show with Rock Manor.
Yes. So that was his first one that he was trying to build, and which he didn't get off because he wouldn't return the people's equipment, and then he owed them so much money. So they slapped the lien on Rock Manor. Now you can't build on nothing because until that lien is removed, in order to get that lien removed off Rock Manor, he have to pay.
Well, today we're talking about envy and jealousy, in particular with Marceau Scott. You can hear in his voice. Miss Valerie said Marceau is hoping he can insult his way into millimeter support. Marceau's problem is he also doesn't have self-awareness, so he doesn't realize he's just not likable. Okay, Cheryl. What's up, Cheryl?
Grand Rising. Grand Rising, beautiful women. How y'all doing? Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day.
Now, Cheryl, it's okay for y'all to comment on Maurice DUI. That's it. We can't talk about the case, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Well, he's some kind of example for his son, that's for sure. Maurice, he's some kind of example. Right after he got charged with this DUI, he right back at Black last night. I believe it was last night, partying, drinking. No kind of remorse. Could have hurt somebody on the road. Could have ran somebody down. It could have been so much worse. But these are who these people are. These people on this show, and I don't care. Allegedly, and in my opinion, are criminals. All of them criminals. They say that the millimeters are deplorable. No, let's get something straight. They're deplorable. They're deplorable.
Well, hold on. Let me welcome not May May, Melanated Energy. Hey, May May. I was ready to call her May May. Go on.
Cute. Thank you. Go ahead, Cheryl. I was listening to you. Thank you, Miss Black Titanic. And hey, Pinky, how you doing?
Hello, you too, baby girl.
How you doing, babe? Listen, I don't feel sorry for Marceau. At the end of the day, he the one who went along with helping Martell cheat, taking that girl money, this paramour /304, taking her money, helping him cheat. Now all of a sudden, he came to an epiphany about Martell. Marceau, give me a break. At the end of the day, that's what the devil does. He tricks you, manipulates you, fools you, lies to you, make promises to you. Then he take your soul. That's who they were dealing with all along. They helped him try to take Melody down. And the only reason why he now backtracking is because he see that none of Martell's plans worked. None of his plans to take Melody down worked. So now he trying to switch sides. Now he trying to hop the fence. Forget it, Marceau. I don't care what you say. You helped him cheat. You helped him do a lot of stuff to Melody that he did. You all knew about the revenge plot. Everybody knew. So he can just stop. I'm not buying what he's selling at the end of the day. Because what he got, he deserved. Because that's what Martell does. He fools you, lies to you, manipulates you, get you to do things for him, and then he snatch your soul. That's what the devil does. So he get what he deserved. I don't feel sorry for him. And Maurice, hopefully, he might end up losing his he might end up being in a lot of trouble with the law association. Whatever association or the bar association or whatever.
Yeah.
He gonna be in big trouble at the end of the day because this is not how lawyers conduct themselves. I'm sure when the cop stopped him, he said, I'm a lawyer.
Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day,
And a
that don't
good
mean
one.
nothing. Right. That don't mean nothing. You a lawyer, you know better. You know better than to get behind the wheel of the car when you know you can hurt somebody. Somebody can be injured. You got Uber, share ride, and all these different things. People, you got designated drivers that can drive you home. But he got behind the wheel of that car, a lawyer now. It just show you he not no lawyer. I don't know what law school he went to, but he can mess around and be disbarred because of this. What he think? When he gotta go, he gotta answer, he gotta go back to court for this.
Well,
What
that's
he
if
think the judge gonna say?
you got to
Huh?
now look. They don't know everything unless somebody report it to the bar. If nobody don't report to the bar or send this,
I understand. Yeah.
that they won't know. But let me hear from Melanated Energy.
So, one thing I would like to say about the Maurice thing is when Kiki was put on Crime Stoppers and Kimmy had the slick comment of, he's not that type of lawyer. So maybe he's not that type of lawyer. Maybe he doesn't know anything about criminal law. You know, maybe he only studied consumer law or what's that? Business law. He don't know nothing about criminal law. So that's probably gonna be his defense. I didn't know nothing about it, but ignorance has no place in the law. That's my comment on that. But Miss Black Titanic, I wanted to ask you about the ALEA because that's what picked him up, the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency.
Mm-hmm.
They said that just came, that department was just created out there like either a couple of years ago or a couple of months ago.
Yeah, they said it's recently been. Mm-hmm. So what it was? Well, they offer. I think I don't know much about them, you guys. They're new to me too, so I can't answer.
Okay.
I looked it up when I saw it on the charging, and it was just saying they do the mostly. It says safety stuff, so like the state troopers.
Okay. Yeah, I said because when I heard about that, something I asked Miss Black Titanic when I go back up on her panel.
Yes, yeah. When I read about it, more like the state trooper, and they just didn't call themselves another name. And now I don't know, but most of those Love and Marriage Huntsville cast members do not live in Huntsville. They in Madison. Madison is
Madison. Mm-hmm.
Madison is a city, but it's also rural. Y'all saw how Stormy living up there, the cows and the goats and stuff like that. That's mostly Madison, but they are growing. I like to say when y'all saw that hold on this man's, let me put it up. When y'all saw that hold on his thing, that means that a lot of people will speculate maybe he had other cases, but no, that's how Huntsville works. When you go in there and you drunk, right? I don't know. I don't know who this picture from. I'm sorry, y'all. It's either Empress or Here for the Hot Tea. But anyway, if I didn't get it right, I apologize. I don't know where I got this picture from. But anyway, when they got that hold on him like that, he's in the drunk tank. And it's very cold in there, like put you in an ice box in the freezer. And you got to stay in there so many hours until they think that you are sober up. So that's why he couldn't get out right away, because they had to throw him in a drunk tank. They had to sober him up before they released this dangerous man back on the street, because it would have been devastating. He should be glad that they picked him up, y'all. And then you just go see how irresponsible this person is. Go right back to the bar. I wouldn't even want to be around no drinking, no bar, no nothing. They don't take nothing serious. Okay, Pinky.
Yes, I'm here.
I think the fact that they kept him in there for so long, that's like a description of how drunk he was. For them to hold him for so many hours, that's what that should like describe, like how intoxicated he was. And the fact that he went back out to the bar after that, that shows that he has a problem that he is not in control of. Like that, the substance controls him. He don't control the substance, because when people like that, like they have no control of themselves, so they probably got to be like mandated, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no way that they could make that decision on their own to get help,
Well, then he need to lose his law license then. Then don't practice. You can't be practicing no law, and you don't even have control over alcohol. You don't need to
Right.
be practicing law.
And
Period.
he does. From my understanding, like get a case. That was one of our things. Like, why hasn't he tried a case or showed up in court and stuff like that? But another thing that I wanted to touch on is, this is my last one, is the fact that Marcel was speaking in metaphors as far as they threw the match into the forest and let it burn, all this stuff. Take it all the way back to when they did not sign on the loan that they had to get to start the whole project that they was on. Him and his brother did not put their names on it. It was only Kimmy's and Letitia's. That, to me, I believe like it was from right before that they was all in cahoots about really what I'm saying, taking down Melody and destroying Melody. And I believe that he really did hate Martell for a long time. Like he probably did not like his arrogance. He did not like his his better than you type thing. But Martell really did help him and Tisha. So he is like the green-eyed devil. Like he is really a devil, the jealous devil. And that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, envy and jealousy, you guys. And then this is the thing what they say about envy and jealousy is that a person don't have to do nothing to you, like nothing. You be angry at this person. The person supposed to be your friend, but technically they are out to hurt you all because they are jealous. And envy and jealous is a dangerous emotion to have. Look how boastful this man is. Look how competitive this man is. He trying to say he building. Who do building? Hoax and Hoax. He said he gonna go more than Hoax and Hoax was doing resident. What did he say? I'm gonna do not residential, commercial. And you can't even build a little dog house. That's that envy and jealousy. You don't even have a qualification to do what Melody do. So what you do, you throw jabs at her. You throw jabs at her millimeters. Well, we not her millimeter, but that's what they call them. And the problem is he's jealous of the millimeters because they're not like these women up here. It's not like Kimmy and Tisha. That's going to just say yes to everything you say is right. These are very intelligent women. Just the other day, that a prosecutor came up on my panel. See, they don't expect that. That's why he's mad at the millimeters now, because the millimeters are intelligent. Candace say Marceau is saying all this now, but when he knew Martell was in the thick of doing the thing he was doing to Melody, he stayed mute, said nothing. He poked Candy. Don't you remember he was poking him and all of them on there? And Basement Billy kept saying that it was Miss Van that had the new video going around, and we now know it was that RP allegedly that everyone was watching. Yeah, he pokes. Yeah, go ahead on, Pinky. I need to hear from you.
Okay, thank you guys. What he was doing is not just poking at Melanie and us, but he said when he was sitting there watching them work on that slab, right, for that home, he said that he don't want to have to let his son know that he didn't do anything in life. So he don't want his son to see him going into a home fixing a toilet, like on the property preservation, like Melanie did. He didn't say her name, but he said property preservation. And that everybody knows that's Melanie Gibb. And he, at one point, he was taught how to do that. But he don't want to work. He rather sit around and film things and con people out of their money, film other people's site. Every site he goes to, if you notice, he never walk up on the site and stand on the slab and doing anything. He's always to the side, talking, or always kind of far away from the workers. Any other owner or the person that's having you all build, have the workers out there, you'll go and engage with the workers. You'll go to the foreman that's on charge of the layout, whoever is doing the project manager or whatever, or the foreman or the supervisors for that site. You go over there and talk to that person and make sure everything is on target. Make sure whether any mishap happened or anything that you all have to redo, because anything you have to redo costs money. Any mishaps cost money because they have to remove that or tear that little piece down or redo it, or any measurements of that costs money. People don't realize that. So he doesn't even get up there and talk to none of them. Why can't you film yourself talking to one of the supervisors or the project manager or the supervisor on the duty of that site? Why?
Hey, Pinky.
Yes.
And then he don't even know builder's language. He talking about something that's dope. It's gonna be dope. Go ahead.
That's all he could say. Dope.
Uh-huh.
Dope. And he couldn't even explain the measurements, talking about you have to know measurements. You couldn't even explain measurements. You couldn't even explain what this how this house was going to look, whether it's going to be a 1-story or 2-story, whether the garages are going to be on the front or the side. You couldn't even walk on the slab to even talk about it because it's not yours. So it's okay if anybody can stand off on the side. I walked on many slabs looking at it. And by walking on the slab, you can tell how big it is, how big, whether that's going to be a 1-story or 2-story. You can walk a slab and tell before they even put down the boards along the start putting up the walls. You can look at that slab, and he could not look at it and tell nothing. And then, if you ever notice, guys, he have never showed anything in the progress. If you always show them once they prepare the ground, prepare that site, and putting in the pipes, he either show that part or he show a slab. He never show walls going up. He never show halfway through where they're putting on the roof, walking through a project where they're putting on the roof, walking inside and saying, this is going to be that. This is the kitchen area. And then we got some stairs we're going to put up here. And this is, he never showed that. And he never showed a complete project. Have you ever seen him show a complete project that he showed us step by step where it's going? And for a house that size, it don't take forever. He's lying. A lot of times a smaller home is going to take 3 months. Depends on how many workers you got out there. A medium-sized home will take about 4 to 6 months. And the larger homes can take up a year or more. And I know that. And he doesn't know that stuff.
Thank you. So she gave us a layout. Her husband built homes. I mean, huge homes, y'all. Picking them on land and they build homes on these lands. So she know what she's talking about. But when you and she just on the standby. But when Martell, my soul, he can't even explain nothing. We know nothing. He didn't teach us nothing on that video about them people building nothing. All he kept saying is gonna be dope. But what are we talking about today? I'm going to keep talking about how envious and jealous he is. That statement, somebody said, I passed over it, but one of the people in the content said that, in the chat said that now he's lying on Melody about the mellow meters, that she activated us to attack them, y'all. But these people right here, they struggle with a lot of envy, y'all. This woman ain't been nothing but kind, considerate, and supportive of them. Even Martell. Now we can't say the same with Martell for his wife, but Martell been kind, considerate, and supportive with them also. But why all this flack now? Okay, what do you think? I'm gonna go back to Cheryl. Cheryl, what do you think the problem he have is with the millimeters?
The problem he got with the millimeters is a lot of what the millimeters have said about him is true. A lot of what the millimeters have what they have did was pull his wig back and let them and let the whole world know that these people are frauds. That's what they hate about the millimeters. They hate that Melody has all this support that she has. They don't have the notoriety that Melody had. That's what I think it is. You know, they pulled his wig back. They let him know he ain't building nothing. He don't know how to build anything. Him and Martell are two degenerates. One that can't build nothing, and the other one who can't build anything, and he can't even pass a builder's license test. He done took that test 6 times. He still ain't passed it yet. So their wig has been peeled back, both of them, and he envies the millimeters because they're gonna rock and ride with Melody to the end, and they're gonna expose him for the frauds that they are. And that's what they don't like about the millimeters. They're being exposed by them. The truth is here now. All this mess that he buildings now, due to uh content creators who are millimeters, and we all are millimeters, they now know that these people are frauds. They don't build anything. Okay, they have lawsuits, all kind of stuff going on. That if it wasn't for the millimeters and the people bringing out the truth about them, we still probably would never know nothing about them. So they're mad about the millimeters coming out with the truth, and they have
Yeah.
mad love for Melody. That's Marceau is jealous of Martell when he keeps saying it's dope, it's dope, it's dope. Maybe that's what he's on. If he's jealous of Martell, okay, because Martell don't have anything. Martell have lost everything. At least Marceau still got his marriage. He still got his family intact. This man have lost everything. What is he jealous of? What is he jealous of? Him and Martell they're in the same league. You can't be jealous of somebody who's just like you. That's the
Okay,
bottom line.
let me Candy is piggybacking off of this. She
Ah,
said the millimeters are this gonna be to melanated energy. She said the millimeters are critical thinkers,
right.
above average, average constituents. Millimeters have resources and stick together.
That's right.
Women empowerment. Okay, melanated energy.
I agree with that comment that you just read. And I'm just gonna, because the
Me too.
Scots are so diabolical, and they try to, like, because Melody is not, like, street like savvy with the con artists and the manipulative things, they try to get her with that. So
Mhm.
that's where the freaking millimeters step in. Then they
That's
try
right.
to get her with, try to gaslight the audience of them being professionals. That's where the millimeters step in, because we got professionals on every level. So we're
Mhm.
like a multifaceted,
That's right.
conglomerate that is meeting them wherever they are, and we are holding them accountable.
That's right.
I might not know building, but I know corrections. You know what I'm saying? I might not know, everything that everybody else know, but there is a profession in every level. You know what I'm saying? So they can't come to her with the bull snapping knuckle. There's accountability to be made. And the same way Miss Pinky is like, my husband is a builder. Or everything that they doing is bull snapping knuckle. Holding it accountable. Why you not walking on that property that's supposed to be yours? Why they not greeting you for who you supposed to be?
Hmm.
You
Right.
pump fake it. Accountability. And you know what that does? That exposes them. And snatches their wig back, as Cheryl say. And now
Exactly.
they mad. They mad because they ball cap is showing. They bald headed lies. So, and that's why they mad. I'll be mad too. Somebody expose me if I'm lying. I'm trying to get this money. Yeah, I'll be mad too. But you know what? You shouldn't be out there doing that at somebody else's expense. Get it like you're supposed to get it. How is it that you don't want your son seeing you fix a toilet, but you want to see him, you want him to see you popping popcorn at minimum wage, living in a tiny house? Come on now, get your priorities straight. Make it sound, be a man, you know, get your stuff together and do it like you're supposed to do it. That's all I gotta say.
And one thing I do want to make a correction on everything, guys. Mr. Pinky, he's like a great scientist, but also he does because of he's how should I say it? He thinks of things. He's been on the forefront of a lot of things that we have done or using today in technology and everything. He's been on the forefront of that, where he would tell me things and there it is, it's happening now, or he'll do something and it's happening now. And when it comes to homes, he have built a lot of homes, but he's not a builder. He doesn't have, but because of his ability, he do his own drawings. He do his own drawings. He give them to a custom builder, build this drawing, and the workers the custom builder hires is workers that he wants to hire. So he doesn't. The custom builder would not pay them. We would pay them. We pay all the workers weekly, and they build the way we want. So the custom builder.
Yeah. So let me just keep it going now. I want to thank you, Pinky. Okay. Yeah. So when you see what she was saying, we did see that in when he tried to build was in Garden. He tried to have workers pay for him. What did he do? When Zen Garden paid him, what did the workers say? The money stopped at my soul. So you can't help a person like that. Mm-hmm. He can very well do like your husband do, hire people to build for him, right? But the money always stop at him. Right. Even when that Miss Joy said that the workers stopped working, go, why? The money stopped at him. When she'll pay him to pay everybody, it stopped at him. So he got a lot of alleged scam going on.
And we make sure that the workers are paid, because I took the money there myself, hundreds and thousands of dollars a week.
I know you have, but that's not how he operates. So Kevin Moore say in the beginning, Mel allowed them opportunity with the fake lives by giving them housing and careers. Now that she pulled back, they can no longer pretend to be successful.
Exactly.
Yeah, and don't forget, y'all, that's where that jealousy comes from, because she is successful, right? Mm-hmm. They watched this woman and Martell have a relationship, a family. They watched them have financial security. They watched them have professional success. And don't forget the ability to travel anywhere they wanted to go. Martell and his wife, he wanted that life. He want that life. He still want that life. Those people on Love and Marriage Huntsville, all of them is faking it like they millionaires, including Stormy. Stormy ain't no damn millionaire.
And I told you about that from day one.
Yeah, she's not no. So let me see what these people are saying. That was Kevin just said that. Thank you, Kevin. Great point. Kiki said exactly to the speaker, Marceau really think he's something he's not. And they mad at the Melanitas that know that punk is faking. Yes.
That's right.
He can fake us out, and he is upset.
And they also turned on they also turned on Martell too, because they finally found out that Martell wasn't the breadwinner. It was Melody the whole time. She was the one making all the bread. She was the ambitious one. She was the one out here grinding. They found that out too, because they don't like Melody. They wanted to believe that that she walked under Martell. Then they find out Martell lied the whole time. She was the breadwinner the whole time. She was the one who fixed his teeth. She was the one who fixed his hairline. She was the one who did all of this for him. Gave him $1,500 to go back to college. She did all this. So Marcel and them found this out. That's why they turned on Martel too. Like, you told us that you was the one making the bread. We find out it's Melody. So they really hating now. They're gonna really be jealous now because they found out Martel lied all along. He was not the breadwinner. She was all along. It all came out. So he got exposed. And the millimeters made sure he was exposed for the fraud that he is. He is not the breadwinner. Melody was the breadwinner all along. And Marceau and them all found that out later on down the season. That Melody, oh wow, she's the one, she's always the guest speaker. She's the one making all the money. She taking care of him. He ain't about nothing.
And they want it. They desire everything Melody have.
Yeah.
They desire everything that she is. He desired that his business be successful. Now look, when you came on, you were selling that wine. That dribbled away. So we can't buy that. Yeah, you know what can we buy from y'all? You're upset because this woman used this platform to work hard and advertise. She work hard. She ain't just trying to get over on nobody or attach herself to somebody. Pinky, I'm gonna need you to take over. Can you please keep it to whatever? Don't stray off, okay? Keep it to so all right. So let me just read one and maybe I give y'all something to pick it back on. I'm gonna find something. This said Marty may tell on all of them because it seems they're turning on him and embarrassing him, it appears. So he won't gain nothing by telling on them. Nothing. We already know about him. Okay, Pinky gonna take over. I'm gonna be gone for about 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and since we haven't heard from Energy, Melanie, go ahead, Melanie, Energy, and then Cheryl.
Okay, all right. No, so Pinky, I apologize. I didn't know that your fault. That your husband was an engineer, scientist. Like, he sounds amazing, and I know it's amazing to just work to for me to even work alongside an engineer, scientist type thing that he is. But thank you for sharing your information.
You're welcome.
But I was thinking about how
was for when he's building houses. It's not that he has a degree or anything in it, training, but because of his vast knowledge of so many things that he put forth in the forefront. And like, I'm going to give you a good example.
Okay.
You can see where I'm coming from. He once told me that one day we're going to be able to shop from home. You'll be able to go onto a store's website and pick things out, just like you're in a store, and be able to buy from there. That sounds crazy now, but we wasn't able to do that back then, and we're able to do it now. And he told me one day, you'll be able to drop this thing into the water and locate fish when you're fishing, where the fish are and how big they are. We can that have came forth. There's a lot of things that he said that they're working on because of the position, which a lot of people can't know or don't know. I don't ever say what, because of his clearance and stuff that he have. But he's able to tell you things before they come, what's going to be down in the pipeline because of who he's connected to and the people that he was surrounded with. And now and for a man in his 20s to retire in his 20s. That was
okay. Can y'all please get back on this subject, please?
Okay. All right.
Stay on the subject, please. Okay, we're talking about either y'all talk about this or y'all keep straying on. You can talk about this. I'm trying to go talk about this interview, or you can talk about the DUI. So can y'all keep it to that, please? Thank y'all. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go again, but I just want to keep y'all on track. All right, Pinky. Hello, hello.
I was muted. I'm going to go ahead and let Melanated Energy finish her thought.
Okay,
So
thank you.
I was thinking about when he said that to that he was gonna that like he speaks, Marceau speaks in metaphors, and he likes to, like, manipulate the conversation to, like, go inside his favor. But one thing that I pointed out with him is that he does have a big, large jealousy, hate, envy for Martell. And Martell, for some reason, he is very slow in responding to that. Like, why is he so mad at Melody when he cannot realize that that plot has been put in place for a long, long, long time? And like, if you think about, like, all the stories that they gave and how everything, unraveled, even though he was the one that was cheating with coleslaw, I know he could recollect back and think about why, why was they supporting it? Why wasn't they, like, trying to, like, end it, knowing that they was about to embark on such a big investment? Like, why wouldn't Martell think about that instead of, turning his anger at Melody, turn it on the people that supported it and helped you destroy your marriage? And that just tells me, it gives me like a rating on how either slow Martell is, or I just cannot, like, put my finger on how bad it is. Cheryl, what you think?
Well, like I said before, they got fooled and tricked by Martell. That's on them. Now he want to get up here saying what Martell need to do. His kids are going to resent him and this, that, and the third. Well, the kids might resent him as well. They might find out, the 4 P chicken McNuggets might find out that Marcel was a big part of helping destroy their family. So
Mhm.
they may one day find that out. I just feel like the pot can't call the kettle black at the end of the day when he's just as low down and low life as Martell is. And for him to sit there and now act like a prima donna, like, like what he's saying is supposed to be such a big deal. He's not gonna win over the millimeters if that's what he's trying to do. He's not gonna win over the millimeters. Plain and simple. The Scots are deplorable. They got the brother running around here, bothering Melody, this psychopath of Hannibal the cannibal who lives in the woods, who unalive animals, bothering Melody and Miss Van. And for him to sit there and have this holier than thou above attitude when he's a big part of what's going on. He enabled Martell. They
Right.
all enabled him. They're enablers. They're the
And
flying monkeys. That's
everything
about
that he did where he tried to act like,
please.
he was trying to help Melody, that was all in favor of him. Like, Tisha was trying to keep her mother on the show. That conversation that they had in the car about what they're going to say, right? And he was like, he didn't pay her no mind. When he got up there, he said, he was in favor in getting, Tisha mother out of there. That was in favor of himself.
Mm-hmm.
It was not to help Melody, because he was sick and tired of her, getting their business on the show. So that was his opportunity to get her out of there.
And jealousy is bad when the man you lay down with and walk down the aisle with, that's your enemy. That's the one who's the most jealous of you of all. That's the sad part. When jealousy and envy get so bad that it's your own husband who's sitting back with larceny in his heart and jealousy in his heart, hatefulness in his heart, and don't want to see me thrive. That's the worst part of it all because Melody could have dealt with Marceau and them. They're nobody. They're nobody. They don't pay her bill. They don't do nothing for her. But when you walk down the aisle with a man that you're supposed to love and trust, and you find out that he was the one behind it all, he was the one that was jealous and envious of you. that could hit any wife hard. Like, oh my God, that's the last person I would think would be jealous of me. My own husband. He plotting behind my back, plotting on me behind my
Terrible.
back. That's terrible.
I think that is terrible, but I think that Marceau and Maurice had a hand in that. I
Right,
really do.
right. I
Because I
believe
believe
that
that
too.
that being that Martell did not have a father and he was looking for like male confidants, and like they really did not appreciate him being as, intellectually disabled as he is, yet he has so many riches, and they probably knew it was Melody, so they wanted to embarrass him and destroy him, so they just played on that insecurity, gained his confidence, and started putting little seeds, planting seeds, and putting things in place
Hmm.
to help him destroy himself.
And I gotta be honest, with Martell being a narcissist and all that, he was gonna do that anyway. Even if he didn't know, let's say he didn't know Marcel and them. Let's say he didn't know them. He was putting that plan into action because Martell is is the devil's spawn. This is who he is. This is Martell's MO. His whole MO is to break you and tear you down until you're nothing. And then once he get everything he can out of you, then he throw you away and leave you for dead. This is who Martell is. He don't need much of a push because this is who he is. Ask
That's
Melody.
crazy.
Ask Melody. Ask Melody. She
Right.
found out this man is a complete narcissist. Melody said it. Narcissist. He would have done it any if he didn't know any of these people on the show. Martell was gonna still put that plan into action. I believe Martell was gonna still cheat on her. He was gonna steal from her. He was gonna try to AB her because this is who Martell is. They say the narcissist is the devil's spawn. That's what
Mm,
it says about narcissists. They're the
that is,
devil's spawn. It's in him. It's in Martell. He don't need a push. This is who he is. The man, the devil in the suit. This is who Martell is. I'm telling
and
you.
his
It's
intellectual disability just
right.
like is ridiculous to go
Half of
with
what he
it.
do don't make any sense. Half of what he do don't make no sense. This man was going to do this to Melody. If nobody pushed him, he was going to still do it because of his jealousy for her.
You know what, guys? I think they both have a problem with the intellectual inability to communicate because Marceau talks in circles and riddles.
Right.
If it takes a while to try. Once if you talk to him at the first beginning, you won't understand. But it takes a skillful person to realize. Then once you realize, you know what he's saying, but he does that to make himself seem smart and intelligent. But he also does that to try to speak over your head. He's saying a lot of nothing. So you have to be really pay attention and knows him in order to say, figure out what he's saying.
I
And
don't think that he wants you to figure out what he's saying. I think he talks in circles and riddles so that he
Right.
could always double talk and go either way. He does it in like, in riddled generalities. And it's not like, unless it's like an important conversation, most people just blow it off and walk away. They know what he's saying, but he's going to say, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said, that dumb stuff.
Melanated energy, you're right, because that's what I call him, the Riddler. That's what I call Marceau, the Riddler. That's
right.
what
And
he is.
Martell, when he speaks, sorry, Shell, when Martell
It's
speaks,
okay.
he speaks like a dumb dude. He's one of the dumb dudes that don't make any sense. But and he thinks he's speaking like an OG, like one of those, like the OG that got so many women and everything. But you have to look out for this person because he's a narcissist. He's just trying to get over on you. When he first meets you, no matter who you are, man or woman, he's going to try to love bomb you to get you outside and to believe everything he says. And then come in.
Let me read this, y'all. Emperor Titular said the millimeters are not ignorant to Satan's device. And
That's right.
let me keep reading. Kiki says burnt tail will have destroyed himself anyway. Yes. You have to be delayed with mental issues to lose your family and business for a mistress.
Exactly.
And you guys, you know, Marceau peeped that he said that he was weak. He was a weak man. He had a weak mind. Marceau said that.
I agree with that.
And so he pushed that weak mind, and his wife kept trying to warn him that they are making fun of you. Candace said Melody genius and smarts got Martell thinking he was more than what he was. He really talked himself into believing he was the breadwinner. Martell has not worked in 10 years. Okay.
Exactly.
Empowered women. Let me get you. Empowered women said the Scots and Destiny turned on Mel and Hotel after they helped them. Envy and jealousy. And that's exactly what we're talking about. Now, y'all don't forget. Now, let's switch it over to we need to switch Miss Fletcher two sons. The good old woman, the one that said she said a black man don't belong in jail because why? She got them. They just, oh my God, back to back, her two sons. Y'all hit it from there. Stay on Miss Fletcher. And this relationship with the Fletchers and Martell and this woman right here. Okay. Who want to go?
I'll
Hello?
go.
Okay.
So with Miss Fletcher, she deserved all of the dragon that Martell gives her, all of the exposure that Martell has put her through. Because if anything, go ahead.
Go ahead, finish.
So if anything, I'm like, the fact that she's supposed to be the advisor or the counselor, something like that. You're supposed to be unbiased. For her to sit there and tell Melody she don't believe that a black man's supposed to be in jail when you witnessed the entire, debacle that happened, and how vicious, Martell was and did what he did, and you pretend, that, you didn't know anything about it, yet you still heard that you was a side chick, is bull snapping-ackle. So whatever happens deserves to happen. The fact that I think the only reason why she said that is so Martell don't expose, the Pedialyte, that her husband is, and I think that that's why Mr. Fletcher was shaking in his boots when he said, I think that you deserve, that my wife deserves an apology for you calling her a side chick. Dude, like, as much as he was shaking, I said, it looked like Martell done put his hands on Mr. Fletcher a time or two before, because it looked like he was shaking in his boots. But that's my little commentary on it. I'm going to step down.
Okay, let me read what Rowena says. She doesn't want black men to go to jail because the man in her life and circle keep going from what we have seen lately. You got that. Oh my God. Let's see what Kiki said about the Fletcher. She said, in my opinion, the Fletcher include the sons like to party. If you know what I mean. At black partying, I think is a snow spot. Okay, who want to comment on this woman? What this woman right here is just so suspect to me. She's supposed to be the elder, her and Kimmy both. Don't forget, Kimmy is just as old as she is. I don't know which one of them is the oldest, but anyway, she says she is the counselor on the show. No, Lord forbid, how you gonna be the counselor and only one person you got in mind, and that's the man and the abuser in the relationship who you trying to protect. All right, Pinky, what you got to say about that?
About these two? I think
about Miss Nell. Yeah. Okay, yeah. One thing I forgot to say, y'all remember she was trying to take her for Martell, and Martell doubled down and said, when you a side chick. Lord have mercy. Go ahead on.
Okay. I think that Mel, she is showing her slip. Her slip is showing. She has so much envy and so much jealousy for Mel. She would side with that motel man any day instead of her. And she's talking about, she's the type of woman that always talk about how she cares for her kids. This heifer don't care for nobody's kids. Not even, I don't believe she really cared for half of her kids the way she should do either way. And then when it comes to Melanie kids, she don't care a heck about them. Because she's worried about Martell, because Martell has got the dirt on her and her husband. And she knows not to push him too hard. Well, I think Chris knows not to push him too hard because Chris is afraid of him, one thing. And secondly, Chris knows if I push him too hard, he'll start releasing out of his mouth some of the secrets that can tear up my whole marriage, that can tear up my reputation, that can tear up everything that I built. And his wife knows that. That's why she's pushing more, she's leaning more toward Martell. And the fact that Melanie had told her all of this, not Melanie tells her stuff that she haven't told none of those dirty cast members. She knows a lot of this private information that other people do not know. So for her to still side with Martell when she was cheated as a side chick before, and her husband went off because he loved the young women, young girls, should I say, go off and fool with young girls, allegedly, in my opinion. That's why I'm saying it, that he is fooling with young girls, and she knows this, but she is so conditioned as an OG because she's old enough to be Mel's mom. So she is so conditioned to let the man slide because she went through that once before, and I'm quite sure that haven't been the only time. So she's
well, we see that it trickled down to the male childs in her family.
Right.
Candy said Chris Jr. appears to have problems with sticky finger. He needs therapy. Yeah, instead of her running around talking about some black men don't need to go to jail, you know how I feel because of my son. You need to get this boy some kind of help. The oldest son, Lance, was in a car wreck. Lance was in a car wreck for hitting a car and went to jail. Slightly different. He hit and ran. Lance hit and run. That was that problem. He should have took responsibility. You can't hit and run. He hit and ran. That's why they had that warrant out on Lance, y'all. So that shows that he don't want no accountability too. That warrant, that's what they said, that the warrant was out, and that's why they served that warrant later on when they caught up with him because it was a hit and run, allegedly. Okay, melanated energy. Do you think that a child, if you got grown sons, you think you should protect them like that if they commit crimes?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you got a grown child, a grown daughter, grown son, even so more, I believe that they need to be held accountable so they could be, productive providers, for their own family. But she don't even hold her own husband accountable for what he does. So
oh, great.
Well, what do you think? Her sons to her still are probably 5 and 6 year old kids where, she probably still wants to do everything for them.
Okay.
Cheryl, what you think, Cheryl?
She coddles her sons like she coddled Martell, in my opinion. She's one of these coddling kind of mothers. She just kind of like Marlene, other than she don't, drink. She ain't no alcoholic, but she's just like Marlene in that way. She coddles her sons. She don't hold them accountable for anything. And my grandmother always used to say, clean your own backyard out before you can start talking about somebody else's backyard. Clean out your backyard before she can sit here and say black men shouldn't be arrested. I get tired of them using that race card when when it's convenient for them to use the race card. It don't matter if you blue, black, white, yellow, or green. If you don't do the crime if you don't want to do the time.
I agree.
That's simple. And she should be sitting down instead of her worrying about what Melody's doing, instead of her all up in Melody business about her arrest, about what she did with Martell being arrested. She need to be getting counseling for her sons, because she's not much of a counselor. Because if she was, how you gonna counsel Melody and Martell, yet you won't counsel your own sons?
Right.
When is she gonna counsel them? While she trying to counsel a grown ass woman with 4 children,
Right.
successful entrepreneur? How you gonna
Right.
counsel her when you stay with a man that cheated constantly and
Right.
you stay with him? How can you counsel something? That's like the pot calling the kettle black.
But
You
she
stay with
counseled Melody and she condemned her at the same time.
Chris was cheating on her before they got married and after. And what did she do? Married him. If you're messing with a man that's still married, I don't care if they're in the middle of the divorce or at the end of the divorce. As long as that man is still married and you messing with this man, you are a side chick. And then she let Martell disrespect her. Sit at the table and make all kind of sarcastic remarks. You wasn't a side chick? Oh, you ain't do nothing wrong, huh? You ain't do that. I mean, he was just being disrespectful. Yet here she is sitting here defending him. Here she is windmilling for him. Well, I don't think a man should be arrested. And I don't think a man should be screaming in your face. And I don't think your husband should stand by while this man scream in your face, yell in your face, and then in front of your property, call you a side chick. I don't think that should be done either.
Right.
But she sat right by and let it happen. And Chris did nothing. He's a wuss. Because if Martell would have did that to any other man, they'd be picking Martell off the floor, yelling in their wife face like that, calling their wife a side chick. And who has he
Okay,
been
let
with
me
for the last
hold
10
it.
years?
Hold that thought. Let me bring the chat in. Don't y'all forget, y'all, $ Black Titanic is for my Cash App, y'all. Don't forget. And any super stickers, Cash App, I thank y'all ahead of time. I thought I saw S Squad in here. Content creator, y'all know Pinky is one. And don't forget Debbie, right? Y'all know what? I didn't even read my house rules. Let me get that out the way, y'all. This channel is fair use and for entertainment and educational purposes. Just my opinion, just my guest opinion. Anyway, Black Titanic is talking about this disclaimer now. Disclaimer what? The copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. It's for allowance for such thing as comments, criticism, news, teaching, research, and reporting. All things are allegedly and fair use, my opinion and my co-host's opinion. Rowena seems like she's talking to you, Pinky. Because she said condition is a good word, Pinky. Some people in this cast have been conditioned to think crazy nonsense is normal, period. Sure is. Wrong is wrong, even when it is family needing to be accountable. You know what, Rowena? That's
true.
Go
ahead on, Pinky. She addressing that to you.
Okay. Yes, I think she's right about that. Nell want to keep everything that goes what Chris does and everything going on with her kids being in and out of jail or being locked up in the household. That's the old way of doing things. We're going to keep it in the household because that's what the man said. We're going to keep it in the household. While she's trying to lecture Melanie on not having Martell locked up, she needs to look at her sons at the same time. They're being locked up. So you need to call a family intervention on them. And then also on your husband as well. Because it seems like you're trying to roll back time on your body and the way you're moving, so that way he can look at you as a young lady. You're not young. You're not below 20. You're not below 18. You know, so you're old enough to be their great grandma. So you need to act accordingly. That's
okay. Okay, it's over 2 hours. Cheryl and Melanated Energy, y'all can say y'all finals, whatever y'all want it to be. Okay,
Hi, honey.
Melanie, and I start with you.
All right, and my final thoughts. I believe that karma is, is actually like, taking care of business. I feel like, people are getting their just due, like Miss Nell and Chris Fletcher for what they doing. It's coming like you don't think you don't want to hold people accountable. Look, you're not holding your kids accountable, and look what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Accountability is very important for people to be, for them to take care of their business and to, live up to their fullest potential. And I believe that, it's taking care of the Scots, accountability. Marceau don't want to be a man and get a good job to be a man and do manly duties. He wants to do the bitch and work inside the movie theaters. So now this is what he lives with, multi-million-dollar lawsuits and, pretending to be something that he's not, and the show is about to go off the air. So now accountability is going to happen there too. So, and, you see what happened to the other Scott, whatever. And I think there's a karma is hitting the show the way it needs to, good karma and bad karma. But that's what it is. That's my last final word.
Okay, hold on, Queen. Where did you go? Come back. Queen just came up and she disappeared. Come back, Queen. Coming if you get a chance. Sorry.
Thomas is here. Oh, hi, Queen.
She was up, but she dropped. She dropped down from the bottom too. Okay. Meanwhile, let me see what Keita is talking to you, Cheryl. Let me put it up here. Keita is talking to you, Cheryl. Here you go. Hold on, let me put it up. There you go, Cheryl.
Okay, yes, sir. When she was messing with him while married, and then you turn around and marry him. Exactly. That means she was on the sidelines waiting. Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
What they
Okay.
need to do is
Go ahead. I'm trying to bring Queen back up. Go ahead on and talk.
And what they need to stop doing is listening to what Martell say, because Martell is the one who had a side chick on the sidelines on the bench for 10 years and still playing side chick. So him of all people can't talk.
Okay, hold
He
that
know what
thought.
side chick is.
Hold
Okay,
I got Queen up here. I don't want her to drop that down.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay,
Hi,
Queen, what's up?
Hello. How's everybody?
Queen. Hello.
Hi, Queen. How you doing?
Doing all right. I hope y'all are doing good. Thank you for your prayers, Pinky. They
Yeah.
worked. I got off work early. I'm off the plantation, y'all.
Yes.
So
Thank
now I
you.
can light them up now, can I, Mama? Mama Oma?
Yes, yeah. Now, we're talking about Maurice, but we can only keep it to the DUI. I can't talk about the case. But you
I
can
got a
talk
whole
about the DUI. Okay, go on.
I got a whole mouthful for the DUI now.
Uh-huh.
First of all, I agree with here for hot tea. Where were you coming from, honey, at 12 o'clock and you're 3 sheets to the wind? That's number one. Number two, how come your brother didn't put free reckless Reese up there underneath your mug shot on the Instagram? and he didn't have 5 on it. He couldn't come bond you out, bro. What happened? What happened to all the millions and stuff like that? You were out on the water on your rented boat, twerking with your wife. Like, what? How come you didn't bail your boy out to jail? Ain't that your older brother? Ain't that your idol? Is that who you look up to? Huh? Now and then in the interview, let's go to the interview with Mr. 304 Marceau. Uh, w- you said Melody didn't come in this with clean hands. Neither did you. You didn't come in here with clean hands. Like someone said earlier, very eloquently, you helped him cheat. You sabotaged their marriage, just like you sabotaged a friendship between Stormy and your wife. Okay? Just like you sabotage a friendship between anybody that you think has one up on you and can get close enough to Melody to surpass you. That's why you always trying to take a dump on everything Melody has done that sticks. You know, he always uses that term. We just trying to throw things at the wall and see what sticks. You're just opening up all these businesses to see what sticks. Well, why are you punking people and walking up on these Ecuadorian people's work site, disturbing these hardworking people? Did you see how the people was looking at him on the work site? They was like, where the hell did he come from? Where are you? Why are you over here? Now they won't say anything, like Miss Pinky said, everybody said it. They won't be like, get out of here unless you're in the way or you're a hazard. You know what I'm saying? They'll let you watch and ask questions because right around the corner from me, they just built 3 houses right next to each other. I'm looking at one of them. Okay. But they just built them and I walked over there. I'm like, hey, who's your people? They gave me their business card, and I'm like, I'm interested in getting into income property myself. So I want to know who y'all be throwing them houses up by 2 weeks, 3 of them. Okay, they putting a roof on it now on all 3 of them. It's like a team of 6 men on each roof. You go over there, and they're just tap 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 tap. That house is beautiful. You don't he listen. Y'all already know. I don't like Maurice needs a tranquilizer. Somebody needs to shoot him with a tranquilizer dart and put him to sleep so he could just rest because his mind is gone. All of them are imploding and falling all over each other. They don't know which way to turn. I told you, Reckless Reese, what make you laugh today make you cry later. When you dig one deep ditch with your passive aggressive self, you better dig two. Okay? Because Melody didn't do anything to anybody. Okay? Let's just ask the question, what didn't she do? She didn't do none of the stuff that y'all are doing. So I love seeing her up there. Where was she, on the side of the bed doing her little live this morning or whenever after her little performance? And she looks so beautiful. Y'all just
She sure did.
I've
She
run
sure
out of
did.
words. I've run out of words. Melody looked amazing. She did a great job at
Mhm.
her performance. Thank you to True T. What was True T? Real Talk with the T, whatever the whoever posted that video of her at the performance. Thank you. She looked awesome. Her dancers
Mhm.
were on point. You know what I'm saying? She looks happy. She's glowing as
Mhm.
usual.
Yeah.
Like let them like let's just roast. Let's just roast these people now. Cause the current season's a snooze fest. Like we got another Tatiana on there who got a side piece, who got booted booted to the curb for cheating on her husband. He probably was an amazing dude. You know what I'm saying? And then they got to cheating on each other. And now a whole nother black family is ripped apart because people do not know how to put a nickel between their knees and cross their legs. Like, come on, we all over 40 at this big age. You don't know how to keep your britches on. Come on now. Come on, people. Like, this is ridiculous. Now it's a clown show. You get what
Mm.
you get. I have no empathy for none of them. Even Nell, she's a pigeon. I'm done. I'm not watching it. I'm not participating. I'm getting ready to go buy me my lemon drop facial scrubs. I'm getting ready to go get me my yoga britches. Okay, because I got a birthday party to attend. My grandbaby turning 14 in a couple of days. Forget them. Like
Aw.
bump them. Like get like ugh, yuck. Ugh. You need a
Huh.
shower. You need to take a shower looking at these people, man.
Mm.
Disgusting. I'm
Mm.
disgusted. Like,
Me
who
too.
are we? Like, what? The millimeters ain't checking for y'all. Like, we don't care. Like, that's your problem. We don't care. The only time we come, we finish it. We don't start it. Okay, that's what professional people do. We don't have to go around talking, gossiping because we working. What did you hear me say? I just got off of work. I work in IT, yo. I could hack your whole life if I wanted to. So just be careful. Be careful how you come for people that ain't coming for you. Okay, because we come over there and check and balance. We don't be coming over there to start no mess. Nobody even care about you until you say something stupid. Okay, then we check you, and you don't like that because that's why you married Tinkerbell Tisha, because she don't fight back. She don't have no sense. You don't. That's why you don't like Melody, because Melody will check you from the neck up. Okay, every time. How many times she checked Marcel? About 12, 15. How many times she had to stay checking him? She put you at her
Checking.
dinner table and let you eat her food. And you saw that. You saw that video. You knew about it way back there when Destiny claimed she had bones. Y'all seen it then. He was passing it around then. Okay, so like miss me with the BS. I'm good. You deserve to be in the drunk tank. Cool off. You back out here now being dangerous. Don't get in the car. Okay, because I got people in Alabama too. Don't get in the car. Don't be driving around like that. Who do you think you are? You're not God. You don't get to make that decision for other people to be unsafe. You don't get to do that. That is the most irresponsible, disgusting thing you could do is get 3 sheets to the wind and hop in a 2,000-pound weapon and drive. You idiot. I thought you were a good lawyer. Good lawyers know it's against the law to drive inebriated, stupid. What law
You,
school? That's what I want to know. I want to see the creds. I want to see the papers. Okay. I want to see the license. Because I can go online right now and order up a surgeon's degree and act like I went to Yale University if I got $500. Okay. Anybody can do that. Anybody can buy a degree.
please. Hmm.
Well, according to those court documents, when the lawyer was asking my son at A&M, did he take up any classes toward building? He said no.
Nope.
Please.
Okay. Who next? Pinky, did you speak? Somebody gone. Melanie Energy and drop.
Yeah, maybe the energy I think went down. I think StreamYard might
Yeah,
have knocked it down.
they keep dropping y'all. Okay, I was getting ready to close anyway, but I just let her come up. Queen come up. She came right at the end of it. Okay, it'll be Cheryl. I interrupted you, and then Pinky will close us out.
Well, listen, they've been exposed, and whenever they come for Melody, the millimeters is gonna come for them. No different than Beyonce and the Beehive. You come from Beyonce, they all coming for you. Come from Nicki Minaj, they all coming for you. So, instead of them being jealous, take notes. Melody done tried to lay the blueprint down. I don't know how many times, but they choose not to follow it. They chose to follow a uneducated, just a complete cockroach, Martell. That's who they chose to follow. And look where they're at right now. Because they thought he was the head ninja in charge. Now they know he not. So now he did. Marceau got to deal with it. He ran with him. He helped him cheat. Like Melody said to him when they sitting at the table, you knew him before me. You rolled with him. I might have married him, but you knew him before me. You met him first. So he knew who Martell was. He knew that Martell was this so-called street hustler, or he from the street, because they from the street. They all from the same side of the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And the only real one on this show is Melody. That's the bottom line. She's the only real successful one. Keep blowing up, Melody. Keep rising to the top, girl. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Okay.
Church.
All right, Pinky. I guess Pinky gone. What about you, Queen?
No, I was just muted. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Thank you, everybody, in Black Titanic for having me on the panel. And thank you, everybody, for coming up. It's great to see everybody on this Memorial Day weekend. And you're right. They're just trying to deflect. And let me just say, the reason why I truly believe that Marceau did that live, that interview, is he's trying to get something from it. It ain't like that he's all of a sudden opposed Martell. He is trying to get something from this. Everything that he does is to get something or wanting something or to look a better way. And that's why he's talking about Martell like that. He's afraid of him, but if he have to, he will put out another restraining order against him or just keep his distance. Or when he do come around him, he'll say, let him know, oh, I'm just saying this just so this and that. But yeah, he wants something. He's not just speaking just to be speaking. And then about that residential home slab, guys, he's perpetrating a fraud. That's all I got to say on that. And thank you for letting me come up. Thank you.
Okay, you guys. All right. Queen, you got anything else you want to say? Then I'm going to close, but don't y'all forget to hit the Cash App and the PayPal.
I tried that Black Titanic I am posted about 5 or 6 times that. There's someone in your chat that's stopping that no matter how I post it. Anytime I talk about the Cash App or the super sticker, it would not let it be posted. It would not be posted. Even if I write it in 2 words, they would not let it post. So you got somebody in here that's stopping those posts.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's just Black Titanic $sign for those of you who want to know. But Gemini 1958, so Marceau is back at taking pictures at other folks' construction. Yes, he is, Miss Gemini. And them people
Yeah.
was ignoring him too.
But
Oh,
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say thank
yes.
you again, Mama Oma, for having me up and loving on us and teaching us all of these gems and wisdom and all that with the Black history. It's very important. And please run up that Cash App. Y'all, if you got $5, a dollar, I'm getting ready to send some more myself. Please, we have to run up her Cash App so we can keep this train going. Because she does a lot for us. She teaches us, she
Yeah.
corrects us, she keeps us decent and in order. She's not with no foolishness. If you're not coming correct, you cannot come up. Miss Black Titanic ain't playing. So please let's run up that Cash App, show her love to her Cash App. I know y'all like doing super stickers, but it counts better with the Cash App so she can pay this bill. We gotta help her.
She do have that attorney that needs to be paid. $1,118. So every little bit
Please.
helps, even if it's
Yeah.
$1.99. Every
A
bit helps.
dollar, yeah, just a little change. If you pass up your little cappuccino this morning or just a little change, it all adds up. It's a lot of us. We love each other. Let's keep her calm, keep her cool and collected. So when she get ready to slay the dragon, she'll be prepared. We don't want her to be stressed out.
Yeah, so just like to say, y'all, True Tea has been good. Wherever y'all get True Tea, she do sends it to me. But the and two here for the hot tea. But my lawyer said that money being just depleted out. It go fast too. I'm like, wow, 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 wow. They she one document to file could cost about $300. She said,
Yeah,
yeah.
facts.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank y'all for being here. I'm going to end this. And Empower Women, such a powerful name to have. Yes. Okay. Let's see what she say. Think I read this. Well, it's froze up. So here she go. The Scots and Destiny turned oatmeal and hotel after they helped them. Envy and jealousy. Yes. And on that note, I'm gone. Yes, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Candy, yes, hotel hasn't really had a job in the past 10 years. I was just saying that to mom. Wow. He think he too good to work a 9 to 5 job. Both from him and Big Bud. They don't, they
Right.
too good for that. Okay, goodbye, y'all. I'm finna end
All
this.
right.
Thank you,
Love
Queen.
y'all. Love
Bye
y'all.
bye.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Lady
Love
Emma.
you.
everybody.
Bye.
For
Love you,
coming
Miss
out.
Cynthia. Love you, Miss Black Titanic. Thanks for
All
letting me
right.
come up.
Okay, bye. Later.